You got your stuff lined up nicely.
Yeah, I'm organized.
No, I'm organized.
Sweet on you.
That's true.
Almost cracked the glasses. It did. Oh no. Welcome to the tutorial. We are just doing a quick everyday, maybe like in between everyday and special occasion. Because I mean, if you're just like going to work or hanging out home, you might not want to put this much makeup on. But going out to dinner, you have a nice job that you talk to people, this is a good look. Okay, I always start off with some sunscreen every day, most important step of your skincare routine. We use the Elta MD tinted sunscreen, UV Daily. It has a little bit of hyaluronic acid, so it's a nice moisturizer. Just a little bit, but it gives my skin the right amount of moisture. I did put a little bit of moisturizer on right after the shower. And then I put a little chapstick on when I get started.
Oh wow, that's nice.
My lips are always chapped. Okay?
Yeah.
Like a hyena. And then I don't always do this, but when I like want my makeup to last long, I use some face primer. I use the Becca, let's see, I got this in like a Black Friday kit. The base, oh, I was reading it in French. Backlight priming filter.
I have the Morphe Foundation Primer Revitalizer.
This one's a little dewy, so if you're not dry, you probably wouldn't like this one all over. But I'm dry, so I like it.
I'm dry too, so I'm revitalizing my skin.
Then I use the Wet n Wild eye primer. And I like to do my eyes first because my eyeshadow is very pigmented and it falls all over my face while I'm working it in. And if you've just done fresh foundation, now you have eyeshadow all over it. So I always do my eyes first.
Me too.
And it makes your eyeshadow stick. You almost can't get it off. That's like the downside to it.
I just put it in my full eyebrow.
That's fine. Okay, then after that I like to set it with just a flat shader brush. This is Wet n Wild. By the way, I don't use any makeup that's tested on animals. So a lot of my brands you'll see high-end at Ulta or like Wet n Wild. And this is the palette we're using today. It's the Tarte Maneater. It's our favorite, and it's only like, what, 29 bucks or something. And it lasts forever and has 9 shades, and they're all usable. I feel like it's very rare for a palette to have usable colors, because I have 20 palettes and I use like 3 colors in each of them. So this one I do use almost every single one of them. So anyways, I take the light, it's pretty much white, and I just pop it on to set that eye primer. Just really quick, throw it on there. It's also the base of this look that we're doing today, so it's really the first step. So I saturate it a lot towards the inner corner and the center of the lid. Kind of press it in there really nice. You have the same brush? Mm-hmm. It's the best brush, and it's 99 cents. So if you're stuck at home like we are, do a Target order. Target carries them. I'm pretty sure it's just called the large shader. It's 99 cents. These Wet n Wild brushes are my favorite. So then this one is the crease brush from Wet n Wild. It's big fluffy. And then I get the middle color. It's a medium brown. It's a little on the rosy side. You just get a little bit on your brush and tap off the extra. Purr. Yep. It's right in the center of this palette. It's just like a light brown, but it has a little bit of a hint of rose. And then I'm holding clear back here on the edge of the brush. There's actually a little indent for your finger, and I do put my finger there. And I just really lightly sweep that on the outer corner of my eye. And I kind of bring it in a little bit and do some windshield wiper motions. like right under my brow. I don't want to get it on my lid right here where I put the white color already. But you just really work that in. You just keep going, keep going. This is just a blending color. So this is gonna make the darker colors we put on in a second blend out much easier. How's it going?
I got a pepper in my tooth.
Oh no! Oh my gosh, me too! What did we eat?
Asparagus.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna start on the other side. Same thing, focus it on the outer corner, but really kind of bring it all over. I mean, don't go in the inner corner because it doesn't need to be there, but just really light. Just barely hold on to that brush. Barely need to touch it. I'm not applying any pressure at all. And just keep going. Go up by your eyebrow, go out, crow's feet.
Oh, Jade.
Hi, Jade. Hi. How are you? Do you need your eyeshadow
It's
now?
wet.
Okay, so after we've got that blending shade, I do like to take some of the cream color. So it's not the bright white, it's the next, but it's just like a true cream color. And just put that right above my center of my eye on the lid. Just so there's a little bit more transition. Go back in with nothing on this fluffy brush and just blend those three together. And then I have this brush. This is from an online brush company called Sigma. Really high-end, nice brushes. But it's just like a medium-sized goat-haired brush. It's dense but fluffy. Not as fluffy as the last one, but I love it. I use it for everything. Then we're gonna take the medium brown. This is my favorite shade of eyeshadow of all time.
I got a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH33. Looks very similar.
We have very upset dogs around here. And Kyle is renovating our laundry room, so there's a lot happening. And that door doesn't close, so
Enjoy.
enjoy. Okay, so Saucy. It's the medium brown shade in this palette. It is very warm, and it's so pretty. I love it. I just dip my brush in it, get the extra off, and this is going right in the corner. So everybody's eye shape's a little bit different, so that's going to be a little bit different for everybody else. My eyes are slightly hooded, but not extremely hooded, but you know, some people don't have any hood. So I kind of put it right at that crease line. And I don't put it on my lid at all, like on the lid that's covering my eye. It's all on the upper. And I just keep going in, tapping it, hitting off the extra, and doing a little bit at a time. And you don't want to sweep this as much as that other color because it's darker. And these Tarte palettes are so pigmented that it really goes a long way. So you don't want too much. So I'll kind of go in and like blend it onto the lid of my eye a little bit and up above once the color's kind of off of my brush, just to blend it in a little bit more. And then take it in a little bit further. But when you have like active color on your brush, you just want to keep it very concentrated to the outer portion of your eye and only in that upper corner. And then when your brush is nice and empty, you can start working it around, kind of pulling it down onto your lid and pulling it up around your crow's feet, up by your brow, and then over towards the center of your eye. But only do that when there's not much pigment on your brush because you will start getting it everywhere. And then you just have a big brown colored eye. Okay, I'm gonna start on the other side. Okay, and then when I feel like I've got that medium shade blended out pretty well, I just go in with my big fluffy brush with nothing on it and blend. Just keep blending. And then you can stop here for your upper lid and call it good. Or if you want to take it a little bit more spicy, you can go in with the dark shade. It's called Midnight. It's a really dark brown. It's very, very pigmented. It's not one to mess with. You just need the teeniest touch. Teeny touch. Teeny touch. Teeny touch. Boop. And then same thing right on that inner corner. But you're going to be even more careful with this one. And barely swing that around. Because you don't want this puppy going anywhere else. And you can do all of these colors starting with a gradient from your lash line up. So you can do this dark color down by your lash line, medium color, light blending color, and then the shade up here, and do it all the way up on your whole lid to make more of like a smoky eye rather than this cat eye that we're kind of doing. And that's really pretty as well, but you still do it in the same order. You don't do the darkest one first, you do light, medium, dark, because the darks need those light colors to blend out. Other side. You can see how pigmented that is, just with barely touching it to my skin. I always tell people, if you're going to invest in one like high-end makeup product, it should be a couple good eyeshadow palettes that you like the colors and you feel like you could do them all the time, because cheap eyeshadow palettes don't give you this kind of color payoff. They don't have it. So but like, this one's only $30 and it will last you so long because you only need a teeny bit.
You didn't do any sparkles?
I'm not doing any sparkles with this look. This is an all matte look, so it works with older skin, crepey skin, dry skin. Matte is a good choice for eyeshadow. I think everyone can still wear the shimmer eyeshadows, but it is a little bit different of a technique if you're having to like pull eyelids and that type of thing, because you can start getting transfer to the hood. And so this is just a really simple, everyone should be able to wear it no matter what your eye skin looks like. And this is something that I can throw on in a few minutes when I'm getting ready for work. And then I don't do the under eye until after I do my concealer, because I go in there pretty high with my concealer. This is where you would do mascara if you didn't have eyelashes like we do. And I don't wear a ton of eyeliner. I do if I know I'm taking pictures. No, let's just go for it. Let's do some eyeliner.
Oh man.
I honestly kind of forgot about it because I don't wear it very often. I have a gel eyeliner. It's from Revitalash. Oh, you do too. So this is really a no-no, but I can't do it other ways with my lashes because they're huge. And
why is it a no-no?
You shouldn't pull your skin ever.
That's what you're doing.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. So, but I have to.
This eyeliner was a no-no.
Oh no, this is a great eyeliner. So I just gently pull, and then I never start over in that front inner corner. I just kind of start towards the center and do a little line. And then I'll kind of creep over into the inner corner, but you don't want to go too far in, because you know when you see people with like black right in here, it's because they put too much eyeliner in the upper lid, and then every time they blink it transfers down there. And so you just need a little swipe of eyeliner. If you didn't have extensions before I did eyeliner, I would curl, like curl. I have pretty long, so does Maddie, really long lashes, very straight. So curl them, and then do the liner, and then do mascara. But we're omitting mascara. I'll do eyeliner if I'm close to needing my fill done, and I know we're like going out or going to a concert where I know people are going to be taking pictures and videos of me. Not people, like my friends. I don't have
all the paparazzi.
But she's always like,
I loved the video.
yeah, so I just know that if we're going to a concert or something, I better put my eyeliner on, because it is crazy the difference in how big it makes your eye look. It just opens it right up. And then for lash extensions, all you have to do is kind of fluff them up after you've just gotten shadow and kind of manipulated them all around and squished them. And that's all for the upper eye. Is that all we've done is the upper eye? Wow, it's been 84 years. I cannot believe you broke my cup.
I literally was gonna break that up right now.
Rude. Okay, now on to the skin. We use these, the Real Techniques sponge. Mine's old, so it's dirty. You get it wet under the sink, because I've heard lots of people say it doesn't work for them. It's because they were not getting it wet. Hold it under your tap, squeeze, 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 squeeze until it grows, like one of those little dinosaurs. And then I like mine pretty wet, so I don't even wring it out with a washcloth, because I feel like it works better with my products when it's pretty wet. Mine's pretty dry, so I'm going to get it wet. But I want to show you how cool this is. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
A bath pack sprayer. Okay, so I got mine re-wet because it was a little too dry for my liking.
And
Can you? Yeah, sure. Ready? Yeah. I tried this Tarte Amazonian clay. I'm doing experiment for wedding makeup. So I'm trying full coverage foundation. And I have been liking this a lot. And it's not typically for dry skin, but I think it's working pretty well for mine. So I'm going to use that today. What are you using?
Juvia's Place. Full coverage.
How are you liking that?
It's very good. Velvety Matte Foundation. I'm in Alexandria 650. It's a little too dark for me, but they were out of my color.
Just buy the next one. Mine's light
This is
sand.
good for when I'm tan, though.
How's that? Here, get mine wet.
Dripping.
Okay, I just pump a
What
little
about your eyebrows?
at the very end. Are you serious?
I do them right now.
No, you get foundation all over them. Okay, so I just do a little on the back of my hand. I get my flat side, and I just kind of go from there, dip, and I do like a all over.
I just put mine right on it.
Probably saves product, quite honestly. Hope y'all like dogs. And then just bounce it on. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Hey, what are you barking for?
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Don't bark. That's too much. No barking. Why is that so loud?
Because it's not wet, no.
Oh no. When did you get it wet?
I never did today.
Maddie, I just told you not to do that. And then
Well, I
you went
didn't
and
know
did
yours.
that.
I thought.
I was prepared.
Okay.
I need to go pee.
It's not the right shade, really, so I gotta put it all over my neck so that it doesn't look crazy. You know, usually I'm self-tanned. I mean, I wouldn't say usually because I'm pretty lazy about it, but when I am self-tanned, this match is way better.
Okay. So I'm pretty well blended, always going by the ears, get up by the sideburns, and go all down the chin.
I gotta go all over. Makes me not have butt chin.
How about this?
No, I can't do that. I wish.
She's tired.
And a baby? This is a baby? Are we gonna tell him?
Go ahead.
We just finished our whole face. And it didn't record, so we just took all of it off. Except our eyes. Because that recorded. And we just redid our foundation. And we're ready to keep going.
We're gonna redo everything we just did.
I forgot to mention that Tay is a professional makeup artist. I wanted to put that in there.
We go in with under eye concealer. I'm using Tarte Shape Tape. Goes along with my Amazonian clay. And I get a good chunk right there under the eyes. Little on the nose. Little on the chin.
Jeffree Star C5. It's really amazing. Just get the right color because mine is too light. So.
And I have light sand in both mine. Oh, and the leggings.
I have been mixing this with my foundation. I'm gonna do that because it makes it a little bit darker.
And I use the pointy end of the beauty sponge that we were using a second ago. And just work that in. The light is gonna make everything look larger and brighter and bring attention to. So you don't want to put light on anything you don't want attention on. See how that just erased my cheekbones? So we're gonna work to get those back. Yes. Then I take this Wet n Wild translucent photo focus setting powder. It's very messy. Just take the same pointy end of my beauty sponge and pat that into where I just put my under eye concealer.
I have the Jeffree Star Rose setting powder.
And that helps set everything so you don't get settling in your under eye creases. Ooh, big nose itch. And then for the rest of my face, the foundation feels a little bit dewy and I feel like it can come off pretty easily. So I do set the rest of my face with the Jane Iredale Warm Silk Loose Foundation. This on its own can be full coverage foundation if you didn't want to do all the other steps. This is normally what I do on an everyday basis. I'll just throw this on my sunscreen.
Oh my god.
But this helps just give another very sheer coat of coverage and set that foundation that we did. And with powder, you always want to make your last stroke a downward motion, unless you shave your face. I don't shave my face.
I do.
But if you shave your face and have hairs on your face, if you go in a downward motion, you're not getting the minerals up under your hair, you know, and then getting the minerals on your hair. You want to pat those hairs down. And then when someone looks at you on the side, you don't have big fuzzies all over your face.
Big fuzzies.
So keep it in a downward motion. Unless your face is freshly shaved. Mine's not.
Mine's freshly shaved yesterday.
Oh, nice. Oh,
For no reason whatsoever, I got ready yesterday.
just going on a date tonight though. Virtual date. Okay, canvas is blank. Woo! Let's add some dimension right in. I almost said definition. I guess that'll work too.
This is getting more whiny.
Oh, whiny. It is. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm using the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer.
Using Hula Benefits. Yeah.
This is the Jane Iredale blending contouring brush. I love it. It's very good quality. This Wet n Wild bronzer, I will say it's from the grocery store. It's like $3. It's talc free, which is good. It's very, very pigmented and it's almost a little bit scary, so be very careful with it.
I'm using the M523.
Why is she eating her leg?
I don't know.
Jade! When you are contouring or bronzing, contouring or bronzing, you go from the corner of your ear to the corner of your mouth. It's a line.
Corner of it.
Russian now. Hello?
Hi.
You can feel the bone right in there when you put your brush like this. This is where you want to keep most of your pigment. If you are doing a strict contour, that's exactly where you're going to keep it, right in that line. But if you're just bronzing like we are today, just do a little dab dab. And just kind of get the bronze color in that area. The good thing about an angled brush is it kind of helps diffuse the color on the top. You have to be a little bit more careful with that guy. And sometimes I'll pull up my sideburn area. See my moles? They're like Orion's belt.
Oh yeah.
They don't lead to anything though.
You're hurt.
My eye. So you don't want to go in further than your eye though, because then you can start to look too bronze and your skin will look just muddy. So make sure you keep it out. So same thing with the other side. You just kind of pull sideburn up.
Sideburn pull.
Sideburn pull. Give you a little facelift. Wow. It's like a suction cup. Okay, same thing with the forehead. If you have a 5 head, this is your best friend. I think I have a pretty strict forehead.
Strict?
I got 4 fingers on that head. You do too. Mm-hmm. But some people have a 5 head, some people have a 6 head. That's great.
That's
you do
great.
you.
Born with
Some people have like a
foreheads.
2 head, you know? Not something to care about though. Because all you need to do, pull your fuzzies up,
Pull the fuzzies.
give a little,
And if you have white hair, it's very bad.
oh yeah, be very careful with
My
that white hair.
whole head turns brown.
You want to keep this area clear of bronzer. You want that to be bright like the sun. You can also make your jaw skinnier. So put a little, I have a pretty wide jaw. Throw a little extra there down on your jaw. And if your foundation doesn't totally match, like your face is too dark for your chest, like if you tan your body and your face is too dark, just bring that bronzer down. That'll blend it all in. Bronzer is the magic key. And then use a small brush. Mine's a little bit tapered.
Go back to the beginning.
Little dab.
Wet and Wild. Little dab.
Yep. And just kind of circle that onto the largest part of your nose and up to the side. Don't go onto the bridge of your nose at all. I wonder if I can show you how well that works. Okay, look at my nose. Not in it, at it.
Me?
No, the camera.
Oh.
You can see that this side looks much more narrow than this side. So,
Yep.
So, we just kind of, like right here is the largest part of my nose, so I'm just adding some bronzer there. And you just want a little, don't get crazy with it. And if this is way over your skill set, just pass it by. You do not need to do it. If you're getting picky with things, if you're bored at home, like us, contour your nose. Just try it.
Self-distancing.
Self-distancing? I don't think that's possible.
And mixed in self-quarantine and social
Social.
distancing.
Okay. You can also pop it on under your lip right here and makes your bottom lip pop. Not like that.
It's fun though.
Okay, and then we're on a highlighter. I'm using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. It's my favorite. I've had it for 2 years. It's broken and I fixed it. Actually, it's been 3 years.
I used the eyeshadow palette with Foxy. It's very shimmery. You could use eyeshadow.
Go right back to that $29 palette. And I just use a dense brush that I found somewhere.
I have a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH09.
And I just put it right on my cheekbone. Don't go too far over onto your cheek because it will make your cheeks look too big. Right on the cheekbone. Blend it in nice and good.
Nice and good.
And you can take it up kind of in the crow's feet area. If you do have really distinctive crow's feet lines, don't put it in there because it will accentuate those. Unless you want to accentuate, you do you. Put the highlight in there, girl. And then take it down your nose. Just a little with whatever's left over in your brush. And a little on the brows. I can even take it in between the brows a little because I'm dry. Take it on top of the lip. on top of the chin a little. But if you're going to be outside or sweating, don't overdo it with the highlighter or it'll just look greasy. And then going in with blush. I love blush. This is the Milani Luminoso. It's a corally pink with a little bit of a gold shimmer. And I just have an Ingold Sigma brush, Morphe brush. And less is more with blush. You want to use mine?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Nice. Less is more. And you want to put this right on that fat part of your cheek when you smile. And blend it back into your bronzer highlighter. So I just do a little like sweep. And this brush is really nice because these are really fine hairs where this is more dense. So I can kind of like, it diffuses itself out, which is nice. And you want to just blend the three together. You never want anything to look like it's just sitting on your face, like you put it there. You want it all to look natural. But the bronze is where like shadows hit, the highlight is where the sun would hit, and the blush is where you would naturally flush. This is a dome brush. It's just really little pencil dome brush. Really anything will work for this. Just get it in there. I'm going in with that medium brown Saucy. And I'm just working it in on the outer corner to like not all the way into the center. Leave like a quarter of it empty because we're going to put a light shade in there. Unless you have really large eyes, you can take this all the way into the center if your eyes are large, but for everyone else, leave that open. We're going to put some brightness in there. Really work that in, blend it out. You're really tapping away. Okay. So I went in with a medium brown. I'm going to go back in with the dark brown just like we did on the upper lid. Kind of from lighter to darker because that helps things blend. Keep blending. And if you're using mascara on your under eyes, you can put that on now. I go in with the shimmery light shade that's in this palette and pop that in my inner corner and meet it to where I had put that brown color. Just with the same brush. And that kind of opens up the eye if your eyes aren't huge, which mine aren't. You can use your eyeshadow or your highlighter, put it under the brow, and then we'll go right into brows. I have this e.l.f. dual-ended. One end's a spoolie, one end is an angled brush. And the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde.
I have a blonde too pomade, but I have the Anastasia brush. I'm not sure what it's called.
Any brush with a spoolie is going to be what you want. I love the angled brush and the spoolie. And all you do is do quick dip. You don't want too much product on here. Wipe it off if you got too much. This will last you 2 years at least. And I start from the middle of my brow, kind of where my arch starts. And that's where you put the majority of your color. From there on out to the tail, right at the bottom. Because in nice, full, natural brows, people that don't have to fill their brow in, that's where it's the darkest on them. And that's what we're trying to simulate. So, keep that part the darkest. And if you want to stop there, stop there. But, you can keep going. And every time I reach back into my product, I'm literally just... literally again. I'm just touching the color. I'm not even picking up more product. I'm just touching my brush onto it. Barely getting any. And then I'm just creating my arch a little bit and adding more. And then I'm going to touch it one more time, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to create that. Ooh, that was way too much product. You don't need that much. Shoot. Okay, let's get some of that off. With this pomade, you just need a tiny, tiny bit. It goes so far. So you don't want too much product to be right here at the center. There we go. That's better. You want that to be the most like diffused light part, because if you have naturally bushy brows, most people, it just kind of self-diffuses right there. And use your spoolie to pull the product through your brows, and this is what's going to make it look more natural. I have a little spot right there. Add a little bit more, and we're going to call it good. What's happening?
It touched my shirt, but it didn't have to.
Okay. Next brow. I'm just touching my brush into it, starting right on that arch. And if you're looking for a guide for a new brow shape, you want the end of your brow to be the corner of your eye to the corner of your nose. See that line? That's where your brow wants to be. And it should start on the corner of your nose to straight up. And then your iris to the corner of your mouth up is where your arch should be. You see that? Okay, so that's how your brows should be shaped for each individual face. And if you go get your brows professionally waxed, I know at the Benefit Brow place in Ulta, they do that exact mapping. So I used to work there. Really, with this product, all you need to know is less is more. You're not picking up product, you're just dipping your brush into it. It's probably what's called dip brow, huh?
Dip, dip.
Dip brow. And use your spoolie to pull it up into your brow hairs. And then I go in with this e.l.f. Wow Brow in Blonde. Here's a little brow gel. Sometimes I have some crazy hairs. Helps just keep them in place. Pull them up, make them bushy. Onto the lips. What you got?
Satin lip pencil. NARS. Just gonna put this on a little bit because I'm out of lip liners.
Lip liners are right there. I have this Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in Bachi.
And then I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss. Feels a little tingly because it plumps the lips a bit. It's the best. I have color Peach Bellini.
It's like Miss Spears.
Tingle tingle.
And then I set mine with the Jane Iredale Palm Mist Hydration Spray.
Urban Decay All Nighter.
Keep it low. And that completes it. So it's a Wednesday morning, folks.